right, everybody, welcome to yet another episode on Oh Man Abroad, the podcast. Woohoo!
Let's go.
Let's go. And today, as usual, we have a very.
Wait. Before we jump right into it, wait, have we actually changed? Like, we don't introduce ourselves again.
No.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not introducing the guest. I'm just saying.
Introduce us.
And I'm saying today we have another
Yes.
interesting,
Okay.
intelligent guest. I'm not introducing the guest yet.
I
No.
thought we were doing that actually. But yeah. You go away. Fire on.
All
Please.
right. I go by the name Kesh,
And my name is Akin.
and so here's the part where you introduce our guest.
Okay. well, I think before we do that, I just want us to actually appreciate the viewers.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I think that's very, very important, and that's very key, and also to acknowledge their reviews and feedback.
Yeah, the
The
comments.
comments.
The feedback has been
I was
impressive.
looking at our channel. Was it day before yesterday or yesterday, and I saw that we are on 50 subscribers, and
We're on
honestly,
52,
I shouted
52, right?
Oh wow!
52
Can you imagine that?
subscribers.
I shouted at first.
Episode 1 is more. We have more than 300 views right now.
Bro.
So it's growing day by
Bro,
day.
even
And-
Jesus in his time had just 12 followers, man. I mean,
So you are doing more than Jesus.
I didn't say that, please. Let's not attract.
Miracle wey dey tire Jesus.
I mean, if you say so. So yeah, for that reason, the viewers out there, we would like to appreciate you guys. We see your feedbacks.
Yes.
We see the replies.
Thank you for the
And,
support.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It
and-
means a lot.
and-
And keep those comments coming in.
Yeah, very, very important. And a whole lot of the feedback has a lot to do with how far we've come, and in terms of our setup. And they've been seeing those things. They've been paying attention and asking us, "Oh, I think you should change this." Yeah, I mean, it's a gradual process, just like anything. It's a
Most
process,
definitely.
and
we'll get there. We'll get there with time. And with your
changes.
support.
We don't mind when you guys start sending cash apping us or something to buy instruments. We don't mind. We want that too.
There's going to be a whole lot of improvements when it comes to even with topics. Like we'll get to the point where people will be the ones to say, okay,
sending those topics.
Talk about this. So yes.
So we're looking
We'll
forward
get
to
there.
that. We're getting there. So yeah, like I said, we're appreciating everyone and thank you. And please keep those comments coming in and those feedbacks. And I believe we want you guys along with us. We want to grow together. And
Yes.
because that's the only way we could actually improve. And the very day we stop improving, then there's a problem.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, like my co-host said, we have a very interesting guest on this podcast for this episode today. And honestly, I feel like I've not done enough justice to research this person because he's like my guy. So I don't even pay attention. Just like my guy, hey, how far, that kind of thing. So without further ado, I would like to introduce a very talented individual. He's talented all around in terms of, are we talking football?
Yeah.
Are we talking ping pong?
Pa.
Are we talking event planner?
He's there.
Are we talking decoration?
He's there.
Yeah, not to even forget the fact that he's an FEWA. He's
scholar.
academically sound.
A scholar par excellence.
So yeah, guys, without further ado, today's guest is no other person but Henry Makinde.
Mankind
Please
is
round of
plenty.
applause.
It's plenty.
Thank you. I mean, if you feel like that introduction is enough, please do us the honor.
There's the part where you introduce yourself the way you want.
All right. Thank you. Oman Abroad podcast has been wonderful thus far, and I'm glad to be here. Henry is fine. All those are just side hustles.
Mankind is fine.
Yeah. Henry is fine. Mankind is fine. Either of them. So yeah.
What does the ladies? What did they call you?
The ladies call me Mankind.
No, that
Hello,
that doesn't sound interesting. I mean, I can't imagine money your name on bed. Sorry guys, I was just kidding. I mean,
Do that
if I
to
were
me.
to
What?
be a lady, if I were to be a lady,
Okay.
I mean, how will you mourn the name Mark?
Ooh.
Well, leave that to them.
Oh man, that was just
The man is kind.
it's kind.
Yeah,
Wow. I
the
mean,
man
you're a
is kind.
benevolent person. Hope you dash people money, Sha.
Well,
Are you
sometimes.
generous with money?
Sometimes.
Why sometimes? If you're generous, you're generous. There is no in between.
Right. I used to.
You used to,
You used to what?
I used to be generous until generosity become a
Animal
problem.
Sha.
Hey,
Yes. Oh, wow.
who of your generosity?
Exactly. What of your gen?
People.
People. I mean, no. Really, I mean, you're speaking like you come from a place of experience. Like,
Right. It's a norm that if you are too generous, people take it for granted.
True.
So it's becoming a problem. The whole generosity situation. Everybody is like urgent to care. Everybody, when you are too available, you are always there to meet
Too
everybody's
available,
needs.
so they ask
And
for 2K.
they ask for like it's
guy,
becoming
what's wrong
like
with you with all this?
everyday situation.
But does that change your personality or character? I mean, if you're kind, you're kind. So for every time you are like disappointed, do you tend to like, you know what? I don't care.
Does it change
Does
you?
it change?
No.
So
So then, how do you
so how do
now?
you manage it going forward based off on like the experience that
How
you've
do
had?
you select
Oh, who to be?
who to be
So
kind to?
basically, based on scale of preference, I'll
Share?
just get to see. I'll just weigh what you're talking about, weigh your situation. If I'm like, this is what you can get other persons for, because there's always other options. You are just being there because you want to be there. There's always
True.
another option.
Yeah.
At every problem, there's always somebody to provide solution. So there's always another. If I feel like you can get this problem done for another person, and I see that this other person, I could help this person, and you'll be more grateful. And I mean,
So more like weighing the problem.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
this is your
but why are
problem.
you talking
So-
as if I'm that rich?
No. See, everybody. No,
No, it's from
see,
your name
see,
now, mankind.
Exactly.
Mankind charity.
And one thing about it is that I feel like we meet people every day, and
Yeah.
there's just this person that you're able to like help within your means.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could have like enough for just somebody that needs just small.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean that you're actually rich or
Very true.
rich, you get. But
Yeah,
then
but
you have
just-
that capacity
Yeah,
to
you
help.
don't you don't have to be
You have that means,
rich
exactly.
to be
to help. So
to be
that's
generous
what
or
I
to
feel.
help
Well, I
or
mean,
to be
that's
good.
not the that's not the topic for today.
Right.
I just feel like we just needed.
But I
that
mean, it's
to-
a good starter. It's like
True.
before you get to the main meal, let's
Okay.
have
Right.
small
So,
chops.
I mean, I had to digress there, but then again, I feel like you know how like I mean, for those that don't know, we are reporting to you live from the university. Sorry, I want to say University State of. We're reporting to you live from United States of America.
I didn't even
I
know.
didn't even-
I'll just
I'm
get.
not aware.
Wow.
You guys are
Well,
jokers.
I'm aware of that.
You guys are jokers.
well.
Oh, well, I mean, so just because I wanted, like, because of the topic, or it's not really a topic, really, but I just wanted to, in a way, ask each and every one of us, I mean, the guest and even my co host, Kesh, how moving from their home country, I mean, home country in this sense is Nigeria, right?
Right.
And coming to a new country, like, how has the transition been? And is there any point in time? Was there any point in time while you were here, or while you're here, you've ever felt like lonely or homesick before? And how do you, in a way, combat that? How do you? I won't say prevent, because let's be frank, it's unavoidable. I mean,
Yeah, you
everyone
can't-
is
you
going to
can't-
pass through that.
Yeah,
We just have different thresholds for it.
It's
So who wants to go first? Because you guys are
Okay.
looking.
it looks
Okay.
like he's ready to.
He's ready to jump right in.
Ah.
So please just be sure you remember the whole thing, right? Transition.
Yeah.
You come in here.
I do.
Okay. So yeah, go away, please.
All right. So for me, coming to the United States was something I've always wanted to for my master's or PhD, any of it. I just used to think about it, but I didn't see it coming that fast because I was just a young man that just finished NYSC. And my first year, I got a very good job. I was working remotely in Nigeria.
Wow.
I had to.
You already started working remotely, even from
Yeah.
like, oh wow.
I was working as a consultant for Statistical Pundit.
Man. Wait, statistics. Let me not
Wait.
speak.
Statistical pundit.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel that thing that role carries a whole lot of weight. And,
So Statistical Pundit is it started from Statistical Solution, my department in University of Ilorin. Some of us just came together and we started doing analysis for undergraduates. And after when we finished school, we're like, are we just going to let this go? And we're like, Statistical Pundit, when wanted Statistical Solution, when wanted to register it, the name is already taken. So we had to rename it and we changed it to Statistical Pundit.
were you guys predicting
uh,
sports?
Are you doing
Soc-
what expect?
Anyone expect?
it's not we're not doing any of that.
Okay.
We are just majorly quantitative analysts. We just analyze
You guys predict
data.
the markets, stock.
No, we don't do that. we don't do that.
Because I mean, I want to invest. So if you know that you can,
Are you guys still in business?
if you're seeing me say you can assure me of profit, I would
Because
invest right
if you
away.
say statistical pundit, the first thing that comes to my mind is, oh, these people are the ones doing statistics, where maybe some forecast
The
for
forecast and they are tested and trusted.
Arsenal.
we do some things,
Arsenal
but
win.
it's not as regard forecasting stock or
Okay, I think we're
forex.
digressing. Just go on
Yeah.
with your story.
So-
Sorry.
Yeah, go on with your story.
So from there, it was a company, 5-man company. We formed it together, and the 5 of us were working in different companies at the same time as a data analyst.
Wow.
Immediately we finished our NYSC, and for me, I did not want to work for any company. I want to work for myself. So I was the only one that retained the name, and I got a job with Ipsos Nigeria. So
These names are scary, man.
the job I got was a remote job, which I was a young man. There was really no responsibility as it were, and the pay was good. So I was just living the life I wanted at that moment.
Okay.
And yeah, I was working remotely, so I had time. So I saw opportunity for United States. I applied to several schools. I think 4 of them. I got admission to 3 of them. One was MS Masters in Data Science. The other MS PhD. Then the third one is University of North Carolina, Greensboro, computational statistics and mathematics. And
Wow.
for me, I did not know I can do PhD without a master's. So that was the first shock.
I think everyone were had that belief too.
Right.
Like, oh,
Most
was
people
it
don't-
possible to like move
Most
from?
people don't know.
Most people don't know. Yeah.
Well, if I knew, actually, maybe I wouldn't have applied for a PhD because PhD is draining.
Oh yeah. Yes, it
So
is.
that's a whole lot of topic entirely.
Wait,
PhD
oh,
is
yeah, we'll
draining.
talk about
you see,
that some other
this
time.
is not to scare anybody, but I mean that's a topic for another day.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
continue your story.
So
My brother.
I applied to
Rondo.
the PhD program, and thank God for Mr. Yinka. Like, it's good to have soft landing.
Wherever
think-
you are, Mr. Inga, thank you.
Transitioning to the United States, anywhere you want to apply to, try to look for people that will make your life easy.
Yeah.
Try to go on the web page, look for Nigerians.
I mean,
Try
try to make use of your LinkedIn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
soft
I mean-
landing is really the key for transitioning
It's
into the
underrated.
it's really underrated.
Very underrated, actually.
Right from the day I got the admission, it took over. It was just helping me to do everything. And
Sorry, can I cut you there?
yeah.
I think this is a good question concerning what you just said.
Okay.
Now, do you think for applicants coming from anywhere in the world, I mean, it doesn't have to be Nigeria in our own case.
Okay.
Do you think that they need to pay attention to which school they're going to based off on, oh, what's the Nigerian community like, or what's like the community in regards to where I'm coming from, the country, as regards to the country where I'm coming from? What's like the community like in that country?
So I think for me, it is a yes. It's very important you pay attention to where you are applying to, because you don't just want to go anywhere. You just don't want to make your life miserable. If you just decide that, okay, because you want to travel out, you just want to pick anywhere, like it doesn't
Anywhere
work
belle
that,
face.
anywhere belle face. It doesn't work
I
that
said
way.
you'll be the only one in that
You be the only one in that state.
But but I mean, I've seen people.
But you don't want to be the Jesus. You don't want to be the first person to carry the
not
cross.
even being Jesus. Some people just feel like I don't want to associate with Nigerians. I just want to be on my own.
Do you know that what you said now?
I've seen some people like that.
It doesn't necessarily have to be just one person.
Right.
Even in our community, you'll be surprised, you'll be shocked. Like this is first-hand information I got from somebody. The person is an African, not necessarily Nigerian. She actually said like Nigerians are like, you know what? This other person, my colleague who is also from Nigeria, can't be trusted.
Like, wait, the person told someone, or was just
the person heard it? Like she heard a story. Okay, I don't even want to go into.
I think,
but I mean, I've seen. So why I said that is because I've seen people like, oh, I don't want to associate with Nigerians. So they just feel like going to abroad is like going to heaven. They just want to, float and not have anything to. Or like, as I'm living this Nigeria, I don't want to see.
It's a thing. No, believe it or not, it's a thing. People believe they don't want to associate with other Nigerians. Like
they see maybe what they've watched in all these American movies. They feel like
like they're
Hollywood from MMA to
Mm.
MM1 to Hollywood.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe something I would just want to.
Maybe we'll talk about that some other time.
I mean,
you can go with your
for me, actually, I would just say that for anybody applying to the United States, even if you said you don't want to mingle with, if you are the kind of person that doesn't want to mingle with Nigerians, well, all the best. All the best in transition. For me, really, I would advise you that it's very important that you have somebody somewhere that could feed you with informations. Somebody somewhere that could help you to land softly. Like, you don't imagine
that understand your struggle.
Somebody that understand where you are coming from. That understand somebody you can talk to. Because you don't want to get to the United States in the middle of the night, 12 a.m. and there's nobody
stranded. You don't even know where you are.
It's a possibility.
I asked somebody.
Get stranded, man.
A lot of people
at the
get
airport.
Stranded. So I actually did a project on the struggles of international students last semester for one of my courses, and I interviewed a lot of people, not just from Nigeria, and one of them actually got stranded the first day.
Man, that thing is scary.
He got stranded that he had to send email. The only means of conversation communication left he has is by email. And we check email on Friday.
Wow, it happened on a Friday.
On a Friday.
That's the worst.
Man, that's the worst
because
scenario.
people are already
circumstance. That's the worst circumstance.
Right. So you don't want to get yourself in that situation where you cannot just reach out to anybody.
I think it's very important we point out that planning is also
of importance.
You have to plan yourself. You have to plan your flight, plan your itinerary,
everything.
Like plan the person that you're like, reach out to people, like you said,
everything
over there. Oh, sorry, do you think I can actually squat at your place for a while?
Ask questions.
I mean, those are ask questions. Exactly. If there's anything I've learned, if anything I've learned in this country, it's always good to just
speak out. Let them know your problem so they can help you.
Exactly. Please.
And again, and so that's my take on that. If you are applying to anywhere in the United States, I guess you need to reach out to people as much as you can, and because transitioning also depends on the person you meet.
True.
For me, I met Dr. Yinka. Dr. Yinka does not live like a student in the United States. He's already here. He's already doing fine.
He's settled,
kind of. So his way of thinking differs in sense of after when I got here, he doesn't want to. He doesn't really want to. It's not as if he don't want. He doesn't do things that cheap. Like
doing
I'm
dollar
just
tree.
coming and you are like me. See, I came in with, let's say, $150, and
How is converting in
like
Benji?
I started converting straight things I
Oh,
started
you
doing.
go and
I
buy
started
water in
converting.
Walmart.
But so
Guys,
So-
please, when you come here, stop that attitude.
we are,
But no, you can't
You
blame
can't-
people. Someone that is bringing
Well,
add N naira,
imagine I
add
bought
N
water.
naira.
I bought water in
You
the
know why I'm
airport.
saying that? Sorry, guys. You know why I'm saying
Alright.
that, guys? When you think about everything, you probably will just starve yourself in the process.
But you can't still blame them. That's all they
It
have.
takes
So they
time.
have to.
I understand that,
It
but
takes
it takes
time for
to,
you
to adjust,
for you
to
to
adapt.
I
adjust.
It
know.
takes time.
I'm
For
So,
that
I'm aware.
mental calculator to change to.
so for me, Dr.
Alright.
Yinka was a tushman. It was a little bit like well, I have to. My first house was really kind of a
So
little
you
bit
you
expensive.
live large.
I lived a little bit. So when I started meeting Nigerians, I started getting.
No, Mr. Inka is a Nigerian.
Yeah, when I started meeting other Nigerians,
That
thank
understand
you.
your struggle. Nigerians that understand your
That
struggle.
understand
they're
my
on the
Mr.
same
Inka.
pedestal
On the
as
same
you.
Seems like
frequency.
Mr. Inka has been here for a while, so
You guys
some
are
of
not
those
operating
we are
on
not
the same
operating on the
frequency.
same
Yeah.
frequency.
You're not spending
So when
the
I
same
started
dollar.
meeting people, like I think the first thing I did for myself, the first good thing I did for myself was I identified the church. I identified Living Waters, and the first day I got to Living Waters, I met this man,
Which man?
Kesh. Yeah.
Oh, Kesh! Wow!
So like I love football. So the
Okay.
first thing he attacked me with is it was like, do you play ball? We are playing ball today.
Aw.
I'm like,
Okay.
that's all I need. I've been waiting for that.
From there, you
Aw.
just
From
let
there,
loose. Like,
I
you know
just-
what? I'm at home.
You felt
like,
alive.
From there, he came to pick me up.
Mhm.
Mr. Inka was like, Mr. Inka doesn't like ball. He doesn't like going out.
Imagine.
So
I can't imagine.
he's
I
really
can't
an
imagine
American.
how frustrating your life must have been.
He's really an American. So he's really I live like I eat good food with him. Like I never
You're
like
living
I
premium
was
life.
yeah, that's the point. But I didn't know that that's just for 1 week.
Boy.
You know, I'm definitely leaving his house. That's just for like 1 week or so. So meeting Kesh was like a life changer for me because I immediately
You
took
met
me to the
somebody on your
field.
same struggle.
Immediately he took me to the field. I saw Nigerians. I'm like, wow.
Arguing.
Please, not just
shouting.
Nigerians, because on the pitch and on the field,
We have
we
Ghanaians.
have Ghanaians.
Yeah,
We have Jamaica.
Yeah, we have
Jamaicans.
Ghanaians, we have
Acknowledge
Jamaica.
those guys.
So,
We have some
right.
people from this.
Right.
I've forgotten the name now, but yeah,
Even
yeah.
Bangladesh.
I mean,
Yeah, we
come.
are. Yeah,
For-
we have Americans too.
For 1 week, I've been seeing whites. They've been speaking English. They've been speaking English, and for some time, even me, Sainka was speaking English with me. I'm like,
No.
when I go see my people. So I just went to when I got to the field and I was not hearing any English. Pidgin, yeah, Yoruba, yeah. I'm like,
Say welcome.
I'm like, they
Liberty,
play. This is
freedom.
I'm like, so that was a very big transitioning for me. And yeah, I think the first culture shock was that night. I don't know. That night it was 8 p.m. and I could still see everywhere very
daylight.
bright.
Everywhere was.
Everywhere
yeah,
was
What time did
Yeah.
you, what time did
That
you
would-
come
that would be
by?
four.
That would be 4, right?
That would be for
Yeah.
August.
for
Like
August. Yeah, August.
8 p.m. will still be like
It will still be
bright.
dark,
It will
and
still
yeah.
be.
I went out like 3 times. I checked my time, checked the
Like,
time. I was checking
where
all
are
the
we?
time. I'm like, this is
Where are
8
we?
p.m. Why is everywhere
Baba,
still
you know what they
bright?
call that 2-factor authentication?
You see?
Please, what's the time there?
So I was, and we played ball till around 8:30,
Yeah.
and everywhere was still bright. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
well, that's like,
Welcome to America.
Is that like the only cultural? Is it cultural shock or
Culture
that
shock,
you had?
cultural
that's the
shock.
first.
That's the first. Like,
That's the
and ever since then, have you actually seen some that you were like, what is this?
Is there any?
I mean, we could we could go around now and
Yeah,
just
we could talk about.
the one that, okay, for instance, I think what was the one we were discussing earlier today?
So if it's the professor thing, sending mails and
Yeah.
everything, or which one?
I think it wasn't that one. It wasn't that
Oh,
one.
we're talking. Is it about the video we saw?
I think it was the video we saw.
Being able to like confront your.
Yeah, I mean, like
Well, which one are you-
student, like imagine the student that actually beats the
teacher.
Oh,
to
okay.
to the point whereby
The-
she broke her leg. The
that
teacher,
was
I'm talking about
just
teacher. I mean, we dare not do that in Africa.
you can't.
What's Africa? We dare not do that in
Like to
Nigeria.
even send mail. This one that you say hi doctor.
So,
you it takes
Let me-
you
let
have
me-
to
Let me
encourage
share an
yourself.
experience. My first day of class.
Okay.
I got to the class like 5 minutes late, and I walked in. I was the last person, and everybody was already seated. They were introducing themselves, and when they started, when it was my turn to introduce myself, I stood up.
You stood up.
SS2B.
Wow.
Wow, that's huge.
That's huge, oh.
Right, I stood up, and everybody was like,
Involuntary action.
everybody was like, why is he
What?
standing? So the Dr. Gupta actually knows that, oh, this is coming from a different.
Because he's
course.
also
Yeah, it's from.
So
he can
you
relate.
can
'cause he's
relate.
from-
Yeah. So
and
he just said, oh no, you don't need to do that.
No
Just sit and-
pressure.
no.
You must have felt. Were you embarrassed? Like, oh,
Yeah, sure. Because I'm like, so I could actually sit and talk.
wow. You be like,
Ah,
wow, this is
I'm
good.
like-
You be feeling yourself like this is amazing.
I'm like, okay. I now sat down, and I was just okay. I was just that day. That was the only thing that was going on in my mind. And that same day, something
I
else
remember.
happened.
Oh, you
I remember the cultural shock we were talking
Okay,
about.
you can
It
share.
was a case of like how freely people over here talk about sex.
Oh yeah, okay.
Like they talk
Oh
about
yeah, I remember
sex,
this.
like broad daylight. Like you are
Like
hearing.
you are the one, the person listening to the conversation feels more ashamed than the person.
Let me even say the whole story. I mean, it happened to a friend, right? She was. I mean, they had this huge as a graduate student.
Yeah.
They had this huge office, and she's not the only one in the office, right? She had like other friends, like other graduate students, right? And there was this particular day, two of them just came to the office. I mean, this is like a public space, right? And the topic of conversation started off with, oh, my boyfriend is not satisfying me enough, almost to the point whereby this my this other lady was hearing. She heard everything, and she was like, how dare you guys, no, she didn't say it, but in her mind she was like, how dare you guys actually talk about this sort of private matters in a public space,
like in an office, like
in an office,
freely without
freely,
remorse.
thinking about
I mean,
Like-
guys, so that's another cultural shock. I'm like, what? I mean, you see a whole lot every day. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
okay. And you don't have a choice. You just have to, like, you know what? You're not absorbing it. You're just like coping, like, you know what? Never
Yeah.
mind. You just like ignore it and just move on. Like,
Another
I mean,
one.
as long as you're not affecting my life. with
Another
it.
one I remember is it was the fall, right? And I was seeing dressings.
Oh, I
You were
was
seeing some skimpy,
I was-
skimpy shots.
when I first came in fall
Skimpy.
that
Skimpy.
August. I was so shocked.
I
I'm
was like,
like,
okay,
what is going on here? Like,
okay. How are you
what?
people able to concentrate?
There is
I was walking and losing
You know,
concentration.
Of course.
I have a confession actually.
Okay.
The very first week I came
Okay.
I came into the garden, or the very first week of what's it called? Is it resumption?
Yeah.
I have this friend, Joseph Udofia.
Okay.
Like, so he was always driving us to student center, and what do we go to student center to do? We play ping pong, and we both know we take a look at our
you
surroundings.
scout.
Right?
You observe.
We observe.
You
I mean, that's where you see like ladies dress
Right.
with no, what's it called? With no, like they don't send you guys. I mean, it's so there's so much in a way adapt to it. Like it's so adaptable in such a way that you know what, you're the one you're shocked as a person. The person observing is shocked as a person. Like, come on, you guys should calm down now.
Man, dressing can be another
Man.
big issue. Like
It is
Like,
a
really,
I mean,
I don't
big
I
cultural
don't
shock also. Like, I mean, yeah. Also, I want us to talk about like how nobody talks about how lowly it gets
Hmm.
in this country. How lowly it gets in this country, but I feel like I mean the time is far spent, but there's gonna be a part 2. Actually, I
Yeah.
can assure you guys about. There's gonna be
Yep.
a part 2. So yeah, that's it for now, for guys.
Yeah.
We'll catch you guys in
the
the next episode. All right.
Watch, like, comment,
And
subscribe.
hit the notification bell. It's very, very important so you can get like an update of